So today we're going to be fitting wide bars to this bike, pullback bars, and today you have the pleasure of both Laurel and Hardy. We might be able to ease these wires. Yeah, I think we can ease them a little bit at a time. Just go from the cables to the throttle, go to the throttle switch, and just give them a little bit of a pull so I can see which ones it is.
No, they're on this side. Cables.
Are they?
Yeah, they're going straight to the carburetor as well. So
There's no carburetor.
that's all right.
Fuel injection.
To the throttle. Let's look at
So
that.
we got.
There's no play at all.
What are you talking about? The throttle cable or the electrics?
The cables.
Oh, I don't think we need any play in the cables. The cables, there's plenty of cable. It's the electrics that need to come a bit further. That there's loads of. I've knotted it all up in behind there.
Yeah. And that one as well, there's nothing.
There's colours. Nice.
Loads.
Yeah, that's just the heated grips though. Yeah, I had to, because they make it with loads of wire on it, so that's the indicator. That one feels very tight. That's come quite loose. I've got quite a bit out of that. The indicator needs to be. Let's see where the indicator's fouling. There's that one there. We'll try and ease it out. If we pull any wires out, we'll just have to take the tank off and put them back on. That felt like it might have pulled something out. That's gone a little bit easier. That might be enough. Let's put the bars on and see. Johnny on. Except the only good thing is the handlebars aren't going limp.
Oh my god, yeah, I remember those
Oh, it's
days.
too tight.
I remember those days.
Put it on with your mouth. God, bloody hell.
Surgical hose, mate.
Yes. Right, so let's get the throttle on. Grab the throttle. Let's come out.
Brilliant.
Let's see ours. Sit that in like that. Keep that together.
Wow, okay.
Oh, careful. Look at the bits. Just see which. Hang on, let me see which one that is. Oh, wouldn't help that it's tangled round that whole malarkey. This is going to be a problem. This bloody, because this is connected to the ABS. So if I have to extend that, I might as well take the damned ABS off completely. You just move that bar out of the way a minute so I can get past these copper cables. Gosh, you awkward son of. plenty of wire tucked in there, but I might be pulling the cables out, but we'll see. If it won't go back together, if it doesn't work when we put it back together, then we pull the cables out.
Yeah.
Boy! Alright? Boy! Yeah. Well, let's just see if it survives a twist. If not, I'm just going to have to replace the whole thing, aren't I? We've got a few back, haven't you? Yeah. Right, so we're going to need to either extend that hose or remove the ABS completely. Well, the fitting of the handlebars got a little bit complicated, so I ended up not doing any more filming because it was getting really a case of trial by error. So I'll show you now what we've done, how we've managed it. All the wires were actually able to be just pulled, just very gently pulled. There's enough tucked in under the tank here that you don't actually have to take the tank off, you just have to gently tug at the wires and get the wires to come out. The heated grips was obviously an addition, but there was lots of extra wire for that, and they were just tucked in there. But I pulled some of the wire through here, managed to get both sides, managed to get the wire out, and there's plenty there, it's quite loose, and get the new bars mounted up and the switchgear and everything back on again. The one really complicated bit, the real head scratcher on this one, was once again it's got ABS, and what we ended up having to do is Harley, in their great wisdom, had not made the ABS hose long enough that it would fit up to, I mean, these are only what used to be referred to as standard Harley bars, but they didn't put enough of the hose there, so that was a real problem. There's no way of rerouting it because obviously it's got this big joiner here that goes to the ABS pump. So what I've done is I've used a normal copper pipe joiner, what you would normally use to join copper pipe, and I've put a normal metric 1mm Goodrich fitting in one end of it with a copper washer, and the same in the other end. I've cut off the original Harley pipe, which under this black sheathing is just standard Goodrich hose. So I've taken a piece of the sheathing off and joined it into a Goodrich joiner as normal, and then I've put an extra bit of Goodrich hose on, which then takes it back up to the master cylinder up here. And bleeding it was no different than just bleeding a front brake. You didn't have to bleed out the ABS pump or anything like that, you just bled out the front brake as normal, and yeah, it eventually came good. So that was pretty much how to fit the bigger bars to the Harley Davidson Sportster Iron 2019 model. The rest is fairly obvious, is fairly straightforward. As I said before, you've got screw there, one there and one there. That takes your switch gear and your throttle control off. Got your 4 bolts there, which obviously leave until afterwards. These two. The only thing you've got to watch is that there's a little tag that goes into the switchgear from the controls, and that little tag has to line up with the switchgear when you put it back together. And obviously you've got to take off your handlebar grip on the left side, but that's fairly simple to do. These were a little bit more complicated because it's heated ones, heated grips, but generally speaking what you do is you just put some WD-40 on them and then slip a thin screwdriver all the way up through and sort of keep working it backwards and forwards like that to let the WD-40 work its way in, and then they'll pretty much slip straight off. So yeah, that's that done the forward controls, done the handlebars. That's transformed it now, that's made it so that the chap who's who it belongs to, who's got poorly hips, he will be able to ride it. So thanks for watching.
Bloody lovely.